Hello and a warm welcome to the King Power Stadium here in Leicester on a super day for football. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Leicester City up against Newcastle United.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Number 26, Dennis Pratt. Number 7, Harvey Barnes. And number 22, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall.
Well, here's how Leicester City will line up. Dennis Pratt plays with Harvey Barnes on the flanks. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack.
Good luck. Thank you. Good game. Good game. Hey, good game. Thanks. Good.
And here's the Newcastle formation.
Well, the two wide players are great in 1v1 situations, and their movement is also very good. But it's the midfield three that will need to control the flow of the game.
Thank you, King Power Stadium. Enjoy the game.
And the game begins. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. Wood. And return to Almiron. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Well read to ease the pressure. Dennis Pratt. And the referee spotted the foul but has played advantage. He's in here. Well, I think you could call that an escape. It looked a certain goal. Chris Wood. Joe Willock. Almiron. Cutting in from the flank. Well, there's a keeper on song.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
And over it comes. An early goal. It is the ideal opening.
Well, let's look at this again. It's a decent delivery into the box, and it's a comfortable finish in the end, which is made to look so easy. It's a lovely goal.
So the action underway again, and certainly the onus is on Leicester to come up with a reply here. The referee knew that was foul play, but advantage it is. And Chris Wood. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Harvey Barnes. Soumare on the ball. Well, he tried in vain to get himself back onside.
Well, he needs to show greater awareness there and hold on to the ball a fraction longer.
Soumare. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Tielemans. Well, not a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
Well, goalkeeper mistake. Will there be a price to pay? Tielemans. Making sure nothing untoward happened. A very timely interception. Breaking at pace. Joe Willock. Wood. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Offside the decision. And they have possession again. Trippier. Out of play. Leicester throw-in forthcoming. Fass. Dennis Praet. Daka. Could be troublesome. And that was a very fine read. Dennis Praet. Praet. This could square the game. But the keeper has his say. And how important could that be in the grand scheme of things?
Well, that was a big chance, and really, he should have taken that. But let's give credit to the goalkeeper. It's a decent save.
Daka. Can they square the game? And diving to thwart him. Now, how about the short corner? Amarty. Tremendous block. Chris Wood. And Chris Wood. Oh, in with a chance! And a decent save, full credit. Trying to pick out a teammate. And the keeper there to make sure nothing untoward happened. Daka. Timothy Castagne. And after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Byrne. Willock. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Well, nowhere close to the goal when all was said and done.
Well, from that sort of position, you should really be testing the goalkeeper. Has to hit the target. It's not a good attempt.
Thomas. Might be able to set up the chance. And nothing positive comes of it, unfortunately. Well, the keeper doesn't have to worry too much about that one. Pratt. And not quite accurate enough, Stuart.
Well, I think he should do better there, but at least they're now knocking at the door.
Now, was that the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity? And it is an early shower for him. Red card.
Well, the outcome was never in doubt. That was always going to be a sending off.
Substitution for Newcastle United. Coming off the pitch, number 7.
Here it is now, a substitution.
To be replaced by number 6, Jamal Lascelles.
Well, not one, Stuart, that's going to live long in the memory.
Well, I think the manager might disagree, Derek. Any way you cut it, it's a wasted opportunity.
Well, that pass easy on the eye. Almiron. And now Trippier. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. And space to attack. But nothing comes of it. Well, as we approach half-time, Leicester with a bit of work to do in terms of the scoreline. How would you sum up their performance in the first half, Stuart?
Well, they've not had quite enough purpose to their attacking play so far. It's all been a bit too predictable. But in the second half, if they can get more support to their strikers...
Oh, a good diving save. Now, how about the short corner? An important interception. Harvey Barnes. Well, they would have been disappointed had he spilled that one. Really doing a fine job of protecting the ball. And a free kick awarded by the referee. Amarty. Moving the ball nicely, trying to carve out the equaliser. I think I spoke too soon. Wasn't the best of passes finally. Almiron. Chris Wood. Bruno Guimaraes. Joe Willock. They really look after the ball when they have it. Really a very poor ball. Daka. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. This could level it. Tielemans. Oh, good save. One terrific save after another. Good bit of pressing. Praat. Fruitful looking attack. Now he must favour the cross. Can he put it away? Safe pair of hands, did his job. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Vital interception, the danger was very real. Boubakary Soumaré. Daka. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Joe Willock. Wood with it. Bruno Guimaraes. The referee's whistle. The first half story has been written. It's half-time here at the King Power Stadium. Well, he's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Stuart?
Well, it's been a really good display for him so far, Derek. He scored the leading goal, he's been energetic, and his movement has caused lots of problems to this back line. Can he keep it going in the second half, though?
And the match is underway. Well, there's a keeper on song.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
And over it comes. An early goal. It is the ideal opening. Well, not a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
And diving to thwart him. Oh, in with a chance. And a decent save, full credit. And not quite accurate enough, Stuart.
Well, I think he should do better there, but at least they're now not...
And it is an early shower for him. Red card.
Well, the outcome was never in doubt. That was always going to...
Oh, a good diving save. So the second half underway with Leicester behind. Can they turn this game around? He read the situation defensively and did his job. Well, the referee left with no alternative, compelled to stop play.
Substitution for Leicester City. Coming off the pitch, number 8, Rory Tielemans. To be replaced by number 11, Mark O'Brighton.
So a drop ball here following the stoppage. And that was a very fine read. Boubakary Soumaré. Pratt. The supporters want to see him have a go. Spectacular save. Top-class goalkeeping.
Well, the crowd are doing their bit. Can they find the equaliser here?
But he's gone short with it. Amati. Pratt. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Terrific block. Longstaff. Good work from Leicester to win it back. Amarte. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Daka. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Miguel Almiron. Trippier. And they need to get tighter here. Well, he's given us away. Really sitting deep now. That could be problematic. Newcastle in a potentially dangerous position. Almiron. Might be dangerous. Well, the cross came over and a real need to get rid of the ball here. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing it. It's looking promising. Oh, a superb save. Well, they get themselves level here. And the keeper was finally able to claim it.
Well, what a great piece of goalkeeping. Firstly, the save, and then the recovery. Brilliant from him.
The Foxes moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Well, the counter chance looks very real. Chris Wood. Useful looking ball. And they couldn't add to their advantage.
Well, that would have put them in complete control. He should have scored there.
Well, both teams have had substitutes warming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. Vardy. Oh, he's lost possession. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Will it be? Well, capable of so much better, to be honest.
Well, I expected more as well, Derek. I thought from that sort of position, he had every chance of scoring, but it's a poor effort.
Castagne. Jamie Vardy now. Dennis Praet. Effective challenge. Praet. Longstaff. Bruno Guimaraes. Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce? And Chris Wood. Here's Chris Wood. In it goes! Delighted to be two in front. Things look good for them now.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. And the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
So back underway, with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Praet. Working away patiently, looking for an opening. Oh, good save.
Substitution for Newcastle United.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
Well, they haven't seen too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
This is a message for all away supporters. Can you please remain seated after the game, and your coach will...
It's a short one.
Thank you.
Good tackle. It'll be a throw. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. And a throw-in coming up for Newcastle. Jamal Lascelles. Joe Willock. Matt Target. Lascelles. Guimaraes. Saint-Maximin. Crossed into the penalty area. Well, they had a decent reading of that ball in. And Chris Wood. Can they convert? It's still alive. Well, the goalkeeper got there in the end.
Well, his recovery is brilliant here. So athletic.
Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. A quarter of an hour remaining here. Out of play. Leicester throw-in coming up. And not far away from full time. It hasn't been Leicester's day, Stuart.
Well, I think they've been a bit unlucky today. They certainly haven't been 2 goals worse than their opponents. But in key moments, they've just been found wanting, particularly defensively.
Good visualisation and execution. Well, the attack showed promise, but easy work for the keeper in the end. Not to be advised giving the ball away there. Real chance! And pushed away to safety. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. Longstaff. It's a good-looking ball in behind. Now a shame that he couldn't find the target from there. Well, the referee let it go initially, but now he goes back and cautions him, Stuart.
Yeah, it's a good bit of refereeing. He tried to let the play continue, and then he came back for the booking.
There's 10 minutes remaining here. Well, the referee not too happy with the challenge and blows for a free kick. Dewsbury Hall. Marco Brighton now. Dennis Praet. A very good tackle. Chris Wood. Saint-Maximin has it. Might be able to set up the chance. Well, it can be a bit of a hit or a miss when you try to catch the ball in that manner.
Well, it's a difficult skill, and on this occasion he can't quite pull it off. Just didn't hit it cleanly enough.
Vardy. Good-looking sequence. Shielded by Vardy as he waits for support. Can he convert? Well, able to close down the shot. And not a great challenge. Free kick here. And holding the ball up in a decent position. Brighton. Jamie Vardy now. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Chris Wood. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Takes the shot! Well, he had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Still not clear. Saint-Maximin. Keeping possession of the ball with authority. Well, he couldn't quite hit the target, Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Longstaff. That's really good and effective physical play. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Matt Target. Chris Wood. Longstaff. It's a weighted pass. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. So the final whistle and frustration for Leicester City fans around the world. They've lost this game. What did you make of it?
You're absolutely right, Derek. They really struggled to get to grips with the game. They always seemed second to the ball, and then just a few mistakes at the back, and it's cost them. Poor performance all round.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, I have to say, that was impressive. Not just his goals, but his all-round play. He was excellent.
And diving to thwart him. Oh, in with a chance. And a decent save, full credit. Oh, a good diving save. The supporters want to see him have a go. Spectacular save, top-class goalkeeping.
Well, the crowd are doing their bit.
In it goes! Delighted to be two in front. Things look good for them now. Working away patiently, looking for an... Oh, good save. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Takes the shot. Well, he had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save.